Nigga, I don't play. I'm just trying to get the bands. I got a fetish, these niggas don't understand. Counting this money is really hurting my hand. In 5 minutes, I'm with the 100 grand. And I gotta have a bag with the 2 C's. I got this green thumb from counting this blue cheese. Been thumbing through these honeys all day. I got paper cause I'm thumbing through this money all day. Thumbing, thumbing, thumbing.
But it is Wednesday, yet again. The relentless passage of time. Truly. And we are here with a 1 liter bottle, y'all. A thick queen.
And yes, you guessed it. We got it from Wolf's Wine Shop.
Shall we crack her open?
Oh, Let's crack her.
Oh, she's a twist top.
She's a twist top. A 1 liter twist top. I
love a good twist top. You know, a lot of wine novices are like, it has to be corked. It generally doesn't. Well, cheers, ladies.
Shall we on the nose it? Let's on the nose it. Cheers. It's a hefty glass I put in.
Her name is Barbera. Barbera.
Her name is actually Ercole.
Oh, Ercole. Well, the grape varietal, her name is Barbera.
So it's actually produced in a generations-old cooperative of local growers in Italy.
Ooh,
I believe
a co-op?
A co-op of wine. So it's in the Piedmont region, a place called the Monferrato region. Every fall, this group of winemakers in this estate, and this estate has like very calcareous clay, so it's a lot of lime, it's chalky, it's clayey, you know the vibes.
You're painting the picture.
I'm painting the picture. Every fall, they kind of come together and blend all their grapes to kind of make a wine that's very true to the region, and it ends up being very bright, balanced red wines. And they kind of blend them under one label, which is very interesting.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I mean, it's a co-op.
It's a lot of trust. It's a lot of trust. I feel like, you know, when people have their vineyards, they're kind of so focused on how they can contain their wines, grow their wines. So to be able to come together and trust that, you know, your neighbors had a good harvest.
Yeah.
And Ercole actually is the Italian word for Hercules.
All right, so this Italian wine is made with a grape variety that's actually native. It is the 3rd most grown grape varietal in Italy, called Barbera. This is a thick, dark-skinned, just like we are, grape varietal that is deep in colored, full-bodied, low tannin with high acidity. So I'm already very excited about that description. It sounds like it's going to be, you know, a very rich and decadent red, but it is a little bit transparent. Like, it's not as opaque. And I don't know what year this is, but opaqueness in the wine usually means that it's aged a little bit. But if it's not that old, it could just be indicative of, you know, the grape varietal, how it comes out.
It's a 2019.
Okay, so pretty young. So it's, you know, it doesn't have as much opaqueness from like a really young red or a cheaper red. Sometimes the cheaper reds are like herps.
But they're also saying low tannin, so that could mean that there wasn't a lot of skin contact with the there wasn't a lot of musk contact with the juice.
So like a lot of Italian grape varietals, this is actually hella old. It could be traced back to the 17th century, and also comes in different variations. So you have Barbera Ricci, Barbera Dulce, Barbera Forte, you know, so it comes in different varietals. And I was also reading online. So although this varietal is very popular in Italy, it has just begun being made in different countries, South Africa, New Zealand. Italian winemakers like a longer maceration with less oak, so they really like to allow this wine to do its thing. Where more modern winemakers in, you know, the New Zealands, the South Africa, they like a shorter maceration period with barreling to allow the grape varietal to be softened a little bit by those barrel flavors, whether you have American oak, French oak, Hungarian, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Dominicana, Morena, Dominicano, Colombiano, oye mi canto.
So does that mean that instead of barrel aging, they age them in steel tanks, or?
Yeah, so they ferment in neutral environments. Like we were talking about in our natural wine videos and how you were explaining with the rostato, they usually like to do either cement and then coat it with epoxy if they want to go the more natural route. But usually, and maceration is a fancy term for, you know, the fermentation process. You know, right? So they like to produce it in a little bit more of neutral background, so they get the real, true star of this is the grape.
Okay.
All right. Okay. And she's also been likened to Nebbiolo. Nebbiolo.
Nebbiolo.
Yes.
I've got nothing on the nose.
I have nothing.
Literally
It actually
nothing on the nose.
smells a little bit like pennies.
Just dark
Yeah.
red fruit, and that's, I couldn't even get into which fruit.
I
how
literally
little
have
I'm
nothing
getting.
on the nose.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Shall we
sip it.
Yeah. Cheers. Oh. She's really light, but also a little bit mouth drying. I can definitely see the acidity. Like my mouth is literally. Oh, she's skiers. It was mouth drying, and now my mouth is watering. Oh my god. So yes, definitely high acidity, but it's kind of light at first.
It's
you know,
very light. It's very drinkable.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting like dark cherries.
Yeah.
A little bit maybe plummy, maybe a little bit, I don't know, like crushed raspberry or something like that. Like not fresh raspberry. But this is a difficult one. Maybe as it comes to room temperature a little bit more, you know how we like our reds a little chill.
Very light at the front, and then it just completely waters your mouth from the acidity. It's very high in acidity, and I think my tongue's having a hard time picking up flavors.
It's making me want to drink more of it because of that mouthwatering.
Yeah.
You know? It's not too heavy, which I really like. I know there aren't a lot of flavors coming at us, but it's not too heavy.
Yeah. I do feel like I could go with this.
Yeah. That's
I mean,
why it comes
that's
in
why
a
it's
liter.
So let's talk about the maker of Ercole. So his name is Western Horde. He is a tall Scandinavian from Minnesota. It's a lot of different descriptions I'm coming at you with. But there's even one more. He is the self-proclaimed Piedmont guy, which is ballsy for a Minnesota.
Oh, he's a tall Scandinavian from Minnesota. So a white guy from America.
But he really likes highlighting really obscure and overlooked wines from Italy. So he's doing a great job, I would say. I'll let you know in 20 minutes when it opens up. But him and his British lab, Ercole, they would go across the mountains and the vineyards of Italy, and
that's a Labrador, like we're talking about an animal.
A
you know,
dog.
like his lab assistant, like a dog.
oh yeah, a pupperoo.
That hiked with him.
That hiked with him. But they would be working together in the vineyards and the cellars. I don't know what the dog was doing.
The dog's just crushing grapes.
Just the dog under the Tuscan sun.
But they got separated, and he decided to make this wine as a tribute. He really wanted to be able to bring Barbera to America, and he really has popularized it in a major way. So good on him, Piedmont guy.
Yeah. Was the dog's name Hercules? The dog's name was
Ercole.
Okay.
Ercole.
Okay.
He really wanted the wine to jump out at you when you were looking at the red wines, and indeed it does.
Yeah.
I love the label. The size of the bottle is really unique. When you hold it, it is hefty. It's a hefty bitch.
Yeah, I like the girth of it. I like that feel in my hand.
So like we said, the Barbera grape is known for its bright acidity, and this wine definitely plays true to that. I definitely feel that it's much brighter. Once again, not tasting much.
Yeah.
But, and I'm kind of upset by it, but it's, you know, hopefully it will open up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe that second glass will really get us into the flavors.
It always does.
The tasting notes from Barbera grapes often include strawberry and sour cherry. So we're getting those brighter red fruits from this grape. Ercole is farmed in the Monferrato region in Piedmont. This region produces the highest quality Barbera grapes. And this is unoaked. like you said, unoaked,
Yeah.
and it's only 12.5% alcohol. You know,
it's a fair ABV.
It's a fair one. Barbara can actually range from very simple light wine to a more complex, rich, and age-worthy wine. This one is definitely more of the everyday, lighter on the palate. It has flavors of fresh red fruits, black fruits, and it has great juicy acidity. Are you getting it? Are you
I'm getting some
juicy acidity.
Okay.
Yeah. I wish I got the strawberries or black cherries. It's not, you know.
Yeah. Maybe when we eat something with it.
Yeah. In sync. We call us in sync.
They say that it is a little bit herbaceous and a little bit oaky. The website describes it as a little bit herbaceous and oaky. I'm not getting that really, but I'm sure at some point within this 1 liter bottle, again, a 1 liter bottle, we'll get that.
It's
Yeah.
strange that it's
Oaky
oaky
without the
oak.
barrel aged.
Explícame eso.
Yeah. But you know, they say that the grape varietal itself has a very distinct flavor, which is why Italian winemakers don't like to fuck with it.
But Barbara pairs really, really well with dark meats, herbaceous cheeses, high tannin foods such as root vegetables, and braised greens. I definitely feel like the broccolini is going to help bring out the flavors of this wine.
Yeah.
I can taste it in my mouth now, like
Yeah.
one of those, like you take a bite of food, you take a sip of wine, and they both make each other better.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
getting to that broccolini.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I would have it with I would never say this, but like a nice salad. You know, like the kale and Brussels that you guys
She's eating a
make.
salad.
Somebody
make a salad. Do that.
No, hypothetically.
Hypothetical salad.
Just because it's light, but it's also very acidic, and I feel like some of those intense green flavors might help balance it out. You know, like since it's so low in tannins, meeting her halfway.
I think when I go for a steak, I usually go for medallion, so I have a smaller, juicier bit of meat, and I don't really like to go bold, heavy reds with my steak just because it's too much of the mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, I need something a little bit more refreshing and that can cleanse my palate a little bit more, and I think this would go amazing with it. Yeah. Do a little peppercorn crust, maybe.
Ooh, I
Do a
love
little
dance.
a little truffle
Make a
butter.
little love.
Get down tonight.
Are we watching Charlie's Angels after this?
All right, Ercole, well, you've done it.
You've done the thing.
You've done it to us.
Well, you know, we've had a great time. This is delicious. This is delicious.
Delicious.
I'll drop it.
No, it's okay.
And as always, we do it for the girls, gays, and theys. Let us know what wine you're drinking, or if you
Just drink it, baby.
Cheers.